My video for October 5th, 2017 is entitled Antarctica Mysteries and Shocking Revelations. Before going to bed last night, I read the English translation on a Russian video about Antarctica. It certainly is a mysterious continent. Apparently, Admiral Byrd and his entourage were repelled by superior forces back in the 1940s following World War II, suffering considerable losses. I posted it on my Facebook page, inviting those interested to look at it for themselves. Do I think there are mysteries on the mostly unknown continent that we still do not know? Yes. And I think there are many things we will be faced with in the coming months that will surprise and shock the majority of Earth's dumbed-down inhabitants. I have no doubt that much has been concealed by the cabal, things that will, no doubt, change what we have been told all of our lives. This will trigger many reactions from those of us who have been convinced we knew things that we have been clueless about. How will you handle it when mysteries are revealed, when the mysteries are revealed? Indeed, I find it fascinating that I posted a few days ago a comment and a video, I guess, about flat Earth. And what to me are obvious truths that the flat Earth stuff is nonsense. And I didn't count, but there are scores of responses on that posting. I wish I could get that kind of response on my videos, which is what I do. I make videos every day. And to me, that's what I want to see the comments about. And I have videos that nobody comments on. Nobody on Facebook. Now, there might be comments on YouTube, but Facebook is always what I look at first, even though I have way more YouTube subscribers than I do Facebook friends. But folks, I want you to understand something. I have to admit to myself that much of what I was taught all my life, much of what I believe to be true, I'm learning has been part of great deceptions. And that goes into every aspect of my life. Now, I have had friends, Glenn from Vermont, has been trying to get me to talk about timelines and stuff like that for a long time. And I don't know enough about it to give any kind of talk about it. I mean, how can I talk about something that I'm clueless about myself? Are there more than one timeline? Is there more than one timeline happening right now in our lives so that there are different realities going on right on the same planet we live in, that we live on? Live in, that would be an interesting thing. The hollow earth, living in it. I do believe in the hollow earth theory. I don't believe in the flat earth nonsense. And I don't understand, again, how people that are otherwise intelligent can even buy into it if they do any investigation at all. It doesn't add up here. For me, now it obviously does for others because there's all sorts of comments on that, people defending and people siding with me that it's nonsense. Mysteries, though. We do not know what we do not know. Isn't that obvious? I mean, that's a ridiculous comment, but it's true. We only know what we have been told, and much of that I've learned for myself, much of what I was taught are lies. So to have it revealed that something other than what I've always believed is true is the actual reality is dumbfounding and shattering of my mind. And I want my mind to be shattered if it can help me get into my heart. And that's what I try to focus on. That's what I try to get you to see, that forget all of the belief systems, and beliefs have lies right in the middle of them. Every belief has a lie in it in English language. And somebody commented, made what, 3 or 4 comments on one of my recent videos, and they don't, obviously English is not their first language, and none of them made sense as they were trying to communicate with me in English, but they don't know English. And so it was nonsensical to me. Again, the mixing up of languages. There's so many things that we cannot comprehend because we don't all speak the same language. We're not all coming from the same experience. These are the things that we're challenged by as we try to make sense of the world in which we live, as we try to put our lives together with some kind of meaning and find some kind of fulfillment. I mean, I've been seeking that my whole life. Things that I thought I knew, I have to admit, I don't know anymore. I really don't know. I'd like to know. There's lots of things I'd like to know. I'd like to explore. But people send me 3, 2, 3, 4, 5-hour videos, 6-hour videos, or worse, a series of videos that they want me to watch so that I will have it. I will not spend that kind of time on the computer anymore. There was a time I would sit and I would do that. I can't do that anymore because my health suffered when I played that role of trying to be informed. I mean, I used to read books and all sorts of things to try to investigate. And I still read a little bit, but mostly I read stuff that's on the internet. And I want to limit it mostly to things that are an hour or less. That's why I watched the video about Antarctica. And when I say watched the video, I read the subtitles because that's all I could do. I couldn't really look at, there were pictures there, and they were obviously registering with some part of my brain, but my conscious mind was focused on the words that I had to read to understand what was being said. But this is the kind of unfolding that we need in this world. We need to unfold many things that have been folded up and concealed, and much of the time on purpose by those who have an agenda of control. I'm glad that Admiral Byrd was defeated when he went to Antarctica after the Second World War. Now, some say, and this is one of the things that was in the video, that the Nazis, many of them, disappeared. And there are New Swaziland. Much of Antarctica is called New Swaziland. And Antarctica, by the way, is a continent larger than Europe. And it was actually mapped without the glaciers long time ago, before the glaciers even formed. Was there a pole shift? Was there a change in the surface of the Earth that put Antarctica at the bottom, at the South Pole? Is the Earth hollow? Can people go through into the North Pole and out down by the South Pole? Is there a place in Antarctica still today that has a warm climate, that people can live without being inundated by ice? Are there tunnels underneath and through the ice that allows access to some of these areas? There's so many things that have been explored but have been kept from us because the establishment does not want us to know things. They do not want us mostly to know who we are, that we are infinite, that we are eternal, and that all of our gifts are within us, as Vluja said, who was Anastasia's son. You have to refer to other videos because I'm not going to go into that here. But I thank you for listening and considering the mysteries. Namaste.